This is OneWrestling.com, 24/7 wrestling news.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Ray's Wrestling Show. I'm the Mark of the Master, the man with the plan. Big Ray here to stay to talk about WrestleMania 29 today, the biggest night of wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be exciting. We're going to do a very quick recap show. Or actually, after the match, we're going to do a recap show. Now, we're going to do a preview. We're going to give our opinions on who is going to win each single match. We're going to run through it quickly. If you don't want to watch this, go to the end. You can fast forward. Don't worry about this. Skip to our recap show. We're going to do it directly after WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen, you can follow me on Twitter at Big Ray Show. I'm joined here by Jonathan and Tim. You can follow Jonathan at
Sergio Noah.
And my buddy Tim at
Dat_dude_Tim.
And you can follow us at OneWrestling.com, YouTube/OneWrestling video. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump right into it. All right, so we have the pre-show, the WWE Intercontinental title match between Wade Barrett and The Miz. Who's going to win and how?
I think The Miz is going to win, actually. They've been pushing The Miz recently, especially with the whole Ric Flair thing, with the figure four and things like that. So my feeling is the Miz goes over with the figure four.
All right, very cool. And then we have Tim. Tim, we have Brodus Clay, Tensai, Cameron and Naomi versus Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, and probably one of your favorites, the Bella Twins. Who's going to go over this match?
Believe it or not, as much as I love the Bella Twins, I think the Funkasaurus is going to go over. Tensai and the Funkasaurus, I think they're due. The combination of them working right now is slowly catching on. I think they're going to go over. I give it to them.
All right, very cool. And I have Fandango, sorry guys, Fandango. Did I say that right?
That was good.
I believe so.
Very cool.
You'd be proud.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right, very cool. So we have Fandango versus Chris Jericho. Fandango is an up-and-coming. Chris Jericho has been putting over talent. Chris Jericho, I think, will lose this match. I think it's going to be one of the best matches of the night, ladies and gentlemen, but I think Fandango goes over. I don't think it's going to be a clean pin. I think it's going to be a dirty pin, but I think Fandango's going to win this match. We move on to Ryback versus Mark Henry. Jonathan, what do you think?
I'm going to have to go with Mark Henry. As much as I like Ryback, I like the whole spiel that they've done with him. I think Mark Henry, my personal opinion is Mark Henry will be heavyweight champion again this year sometime. So I think they're trying to push to that.
All right, so we have Mark Henry going over Ryback. Now we have Sheamus, The Big Show, Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, The Shield. Tim, this is a big match. Who's going to go over here?
As much as I would love to say Sheamus, Big Show, and Randy Orton are going to go over, The Shield right now, it's their world. WWE is in the palm of their hand. They're doing whatever they want. Nobody is messing with The Shield right now.
All right, you know what? I totally agree. We would like to know what you guys think. Please leave your comments below, your opinions below, or follow us on Twitter and send us your tweets, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, I have CM Punk versus The Undertaker. I'm not going to spend too much time. You guys may think I'm crazy. The truth of the matter is, I believe that CM Punk will end the streak.
Wow.
I don't know how.
I don't agree.
All right, Jonathan doesn't agree. Tim,
wow.
Do you agree?
At this point, Taker is Taker. I mean, the dead man is walking. I don't know, man. That's tough.
All right, well, we have 2 against 1 here, but I think CM Punk, my buddy, what is it, knees to faces? Yeah. He's going to go over on this match. Now, next up, we have the no-holds-barred match. Anything go, careers on the line, Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. John.
As much as I hope I regret saying this, but I think it's going to be Brock Lesnar getting over on Triple H. I think Triple H is moving to that point in his career. He just wants to be the executive, you know what I mean, take care of things there. Vince is getting older.
This is going to be Triple H's swan song.
Yeah, I think it's his last one.
All right, very cool. And then next up we have one of my favorite teams in wrestling, probably my 3rd favorite team. But we have Kane and Daniel Bryan defending their tag team championships versus the new team of Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston. Tim, this is a tough one to call. Who's going to win this one?
It's tough is exactly what it is. you gotta, initially you want to say the champs. Hands down, the champs are going to do it. But Dolph, I think Dolph is going to be this generation's HBK. Ooh. He's going to go over, but I think this is going to hold him back just a little bit. And then they're going to push him hard. I mean, they're going to push him all the way. I'm telling you. Dolph, I love you, man. This generation's HBK, but got to go with the champs.
All right, so you think the champs are going to go over in this match?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so the next up we have the WWE World Heavyweight title match between Alberto Del Rio or Alberto... All right, I'm not going to do the whole thing. But anyway, very funny. Versus Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter. Now, this is my opinion. I think... Now, we all know that Jack Swagger allegedly was driving under the influence, so on and so forth. He's supposed to be suspended. They haven't suspended him yet. I don't think Jack Swagger goes over this match. But I think Alberto Del Rio will actually win this match, defend his title. And my prediction of the night, I believe... If Tim is correct, if Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston lose their tag team match, I believe that what's his name? Dolph Ziggler will cash in and become the World Heavyweight Champion tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Look out for that.
That's going to be huge.
I agree. You agree? All right, so let's see if it happens. All right, next up, Jonathan. Oh, it's going to be me, you, and all right, we're all going to talk about this match. This is the WWE Championship match. It is the People's Champion, The Rock versus Mr. You Can't See Me, John Cena. Second time in a row. John, what is your opinion?
I've been going back and forth with this all week. I believed for a very long time, I've been telling you that John Cena is supposed to win the championship tonight. But part of me is telling me that he's actually going to lose tonight. He might turn heel. I'm not sure about that yet, but we'll see. But I think Rock wins. He goes out and faces Brock Lesnar next pay-per-view.
Wow. Okay,
Wow.
Tim, what do you think?
I'm actually gonna have to agree with John. It's The Rock, man. People want to see the people's champ. John Cena right now is at this critical juncture where he is big time. He is the biggest name, one of the biggest names in wrestling entertainment right now. He needs this win, but for the people, he's gonna lose. They're gonna make him a heel. That's the bottom line. It's The Rock. It's The Rock all day.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I tend to agree. So we agree that I believe The Rock is going to win this match. You believe he's going to win?
Yeah.
Do you believe he's going to win?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I also think The Rock, everybody thinks John Cena is going to win. Everybody thinks it's predetermined. Everybody thinks, they say, oh, The Rock is going to be filming movies, so on and so forth. The Rock has already been filming movies. He's already been he's got 4 movies out right now, and he's still WWE champion. So I think The Rock will hold on. Very, very interesting dynamic with throwing Brock Lesnar's name in there. Ladies and gentlemen, people say, what does Brock Lesnar have to do with John Cena and The Rock? I guess we're going to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, directly after this, we're about to watch WrestleMania. We're going to have a great time, ladies and gentlemen. Continue watching this video. We're going to give you the recap, reviews, and results show here at OneWrestling.com. Again, Big Ray. We'll see you in about 4.5 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, the streak is finally over here at WrestleMania 29. John?
Something extremely unprecedented happened. The Spanish announce table lasted 2 hours and 45 minutes in a pay-per-view.
And that was... I was going to say that's probably the most important thing that happened tonight. This is the one...
Wait. It was the second time.
True. They tried to break it, but it didn't break the first time.
It was the second.
Lasted 2 hours and 45 minutes. Never seen it last that long in my life.
Ever.
Playing Wrestling 2K or whatever it is, we broke the Spanish announce table earlier than that.
Exactly.
You know, so it's just...
Listen, guys, in all seriousness, this WrestleMania absolutely had no defining moments. There was nothing special, nothing important happened. I mean, honestly, I wasn't impressed by this WrestleMania. What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, I'm only going to be watching TNA now.
Wow. John?
I won't go that far, but
I'm only watching TNA now.
very disappointing for WrestleMania, especially. The Rock losing, okay, that was...
Wait, let's actually run down the match.
Okay,
we'll give our personal opinions.
There we go.
All right, so we're going to start off with the pre-show. It's a WWE Intercontinental match that wasn't on the main card, actually. Oh, and by the way, if you guys didn't watch WrestleMania yet, one of the best matches potentially that could have happened tonight was scratched. The Funkasaurus.
They pulled it.
Sweet Tea, the Funkadactyls versus Rose Scholars and the Bella Twins was scratched. What the hell? Anyway, all right. So we start off with the Intercontinental Championship match between Wade Barrett and between Wade Barrett, the Intercontinental Champion, and The Miz. The Miz is the new Intercontinental Champion. I think you called that. What do you think?
I think it's good. Miz was off doing his little Marine, whatever number they're up to now. And I figured they would start giving Miz another push now. So I knew he would go over in that match, become the new Intercontinental Champion.
All right, so John, basically you were right on that call. Then we move on. Unfortunately, Tim's match, the Brodus Clay match, was canceled. So how do you feel about that, Tim?
I'm only watching TNA.
No tons of funk today.
No tons of funk. We have Fandango. Well, I'm not going to do the freaking Fandango voice. Fandango versus Chris Jericho. And I called this match. And Chris Jericho, at the end of the match, he actually misses the Lion Salt and somehow ends up trying to put him in the walls of Jericho. That'd be Fandango. Chris Jericho's knee apparently got hurt somewhere during the match. And Fandango was able to roll him up for the 1-2-3. So Fandango goes over Chris Jericho for the win here at WrestleMania, making his debut. What do you think about that, John?
Fandango looks like he's going to be pretty promising to me. He looks like a kind of like a throwback. I like his leg drop off the top rope. A lot of people don't use that anymore, so I think it'll be pretty interesting. I like to see where they go with his character from now on.
The flying leg drop, the Alabama Jam that was used by beautiful Bobby Eaton back in the NWA. Tim, what do you think about this match?
It's obvious Chris Jericho will only be used to bring over a new talent.
Or put over new talent?
Pull over, yeah.
Well, he's been doing a good job. I mean, that's
he's
the same
fantastic, but yeah.
All right, well, we'll move on. And
TNA.
we move on to Ryback. And this is my opinion. I would like to know what your opinion is. Please leave a comment below here at OneWrestling.com, YouTube/OneWrestlingVideo. Hit me on Twitter at Big Ray Show. You can follow Tim.
Dat_dude_Tim.
And John.
At Sergio Noah.
So we had Ryback versus Mark Henry, and John called this match. John had Mark Henry going over Ryback. A lot of the internet, or the YouTube wrestling community, the internet wrestling community, whatever you want to call it, a lot of people had Ryback actually winning this match. But John, you called it Ryback actually going down to how did he win the match? So why don't you break it down?
Ryback's Ryback kind of got dominated most of the round, but towards the end of the match, Ryback goes up for the shell shock. Mark Henry grabs the ropes, then Ryback collapses. Mark Henry lands on the back of his head, turns him over. 1, 2, 3. But at the after the match is over, the doctors are in the ring with Ryback. Mark Henry comes back, makes the doctors leave, get out of the ring. He's about to pick up Ryback. Ryback actually hits him with a spine buster, picks him up, puts him into the shell shock, which was kind of interesting to me because he actually did it effortlessly for a 500-pound, 400-and-something-pound man.
Well, if I may, I mean, what it does is, Mark Henry still wins. Mark Henry looks strong, and then Ryback also continues to look strong as we move on. So I have a feeling that this feud is going to continue. We're going to move on quickly because we don't have much time. We have Tim. And Tim made a call on the Sheamus, Big Show, Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, The Shield. And Tim, who'd you have winning? Do you remember?
I said The Shield was going over.
And The Shield actually did win. Tell us about the match. What did you think about the match?
It was a pretty hard-fought match. I was expecting a lot of high impact, a lot of high-risk maneuvers, and The Shield came and performed. They beat down who they needed to beat down. I was a little disappointed with how it ended. I fully expected Randy Orton, to hit the apex predator and go bananas in the ring, but the RKO, and it just seemed a little stagnant towards the end, and then the whole confrontation and whatchamacallit between Show and Randy, that kind of just I think it was a little overdone towards the end.
Well, what happened?
Great match.
Well, what happened basically is that Randy Orton came in the ring and he started cleaning house. He tagged himself in, and basically Big Show got upset at the fact that he wasn't tagged in, so on and so forth. The Shield's able to go over. They're able to beat these guys, and after the match, Big Show was so upset he actually ends up knocking out Sheamus and Randy Orton. So we're going to see what's going to happen tomorrow on Raw. We move on to the real streak, not the Spanish announce table streak, but CM Punk versus The Undertaker. And in my opinion, this is where the pay-per-view started going down. It wasn't really a great match. The match started, well, before the match even started, they actually had In Living Color. Is that the name of the group? Yeah, In Living Color. There was also a show on Fox 5 back in the day with Jim Carrey. It doesn't matter. But they had In Living Color live playing CM Punk's music, and that was pretty much the most exciting part of the entire match. It was a decent match. It was nothing special. Again, I call that CM Punk would actually end the streak. I'm probably one of the only people that thought it would happen. But unfortunately, no. The Undertaker actually goes over with Tombstone Piledriver. And for me, what I thought was an uneventful match, I thought The Undertaker really didn't do much. What do you think, John?
Well, I didn't expect a lot from The Undertaker. I knew he would win. The Undertaker can't carry a match anymore at this point in his career, this point in his life, actually. But I was actually looking forward to the Tombstone, which was actually hit, I believe, twice in the match, since they don't use those maneuvers anymore. Power drivers, tombstones, things like that. So
I was actually surprised at how well Taker lasted. He was in shape for this, obviously.
Yeah, because I mean, there was some YouTube videos and footage of.
He was looking bad.
He was looking really bad. He had a big pot belly. I mean, I can't talk, but I mean, the guy didn't look in shape. But he came into the match. He actually did fight. Relatively good match. But we're going to move on to the WWE Tag Team Championship match. Kane and Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston. Now, Tim, you called that Daniel Bryan and Kane were gonna retain the titles. Now, truth be told, I didn't think it was going to happen. I actually thought Dolph Ziggler and Big E were going to be the tag team champions. But Tim, you called it the right way with what happened at the end of the match. We had the flying goat. That's how Daniel Bryan was able to go over. What do you think about this match?
I was distracted by the beard. It was fantastic. But again, I said gotta go with the champs. I appreciate the talent and the prospect that Big E Langston is showing. Dolph Ziggler is this generation's HBK. He's going to be a freak of nature when given the opportunity. When it's his time, he's taking over. But you got to stick with the champs. The champs do what they had to do.
Now I'm going to move into the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match between Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger. I'm thinking about Zach from Saved by the Bell. Jack Swagger, yeah, forget about it. Jack Swagger, yeah, he kind of has the same haircut. But anyway, so basically at the end of the match, Zach tried to interfere in the match, and again, it was not a really great match. Del Rio actually makes Jack Swagger tap out, and apparently Jack Swagger can go with the fact that he hurt his arm during the match. He's going to be out for 30 days. You guys know he's going to be suspended by WWE. Now, the match before this with Dolph Ziggler losing this match, I thought he would cash in. Were you disappointed that Dolph Ziggler didn't cash in?
I anticipated it. But with the flow of the match and how it turned out, I think they're going to use it later on. It's going to be a bigger deal later on.
Maybe the next pay-per-view?
Yeah, maybe the next pay-per-view because, yeah, I can see that happening down the road. Not at tonight's event.
All right, and then we have the no-holds-barred match, and John called this match. Now, John, you actually thought Brock Lesnar, as well as I did, honestly, I thought Brock Lesnar would win the match. And this is the match where the Spanish announce table didn't break. Or did it break? Oh, it did break at 9:45. Yes, it did break at
9:45 p.m.
9:45 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Go back on YouTube. It's the most exciting part.
2 hours, 45 minutes.
Basically, it was a match full of, the guys went back and forth, F5s, chair shots. Typical. It wasn't a really, maybe one of the better matches of the night. It wasn't really fantastic. But we have Triple H going over with the pedigree on the steel steps in the ring. John, what did you think about this match?
Personally, I think it was the best match of the night. A lot of high impact things. HBK coming in, trying to give Brock Lesnar the sweet chin music. Then Brock Lesnar blocks it, gives him the F5. Later on, HBK comes back in the ring, hits Paul Bearer with the sweet chin music. So it was good to see HBK, Mr.
The Showstopper,
Mr. Wrestlemania.
Sorry.
You know what I mean? So it was good to see him actually get in the match a little bit. I personally thought that Triple H would lose and just do what he was doing behind the scenes, COO of WWE. But I was wrong, so we'll see what happens.
Right, so basically Triple H keeps his career. Apparently he keeps his wife. I don't know if that was still a stipulation.
No.
All right, well, it doesn't matter. Triple H goes over, and he actually beats Brock Lesnar. So now I have a quick question for you guys at OneWrestling.com or our fans here. What do you think the next big thing is for the next big thing, Brock Lesnar? Where do you think Brock Lesnar's character goes on from here? Who do you think is his next opponent? We want to hear from you guys, but we're going to move on to the main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. John Cena versus The Rock, and we all three picked The Rock to go over John Cena. We thought that, I mean, my personal opinion is I thought it would be kind of obvious to have John Cena win the championship, and I thought John Cena would maybe turn heel. What did you think about this match, first of all?
Like I said in our pre-WrestleMania few minutes, I struggled back and forth for a week. I always felt that John Cena would win. Then I changed my mind. John Cena winds up winning. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens next. I think maybe there's something with Brock Lesnar. He was talking about Brock Lesnar. He's the next big thing. I don't see anyone else getting a push for the title unless it's Brock Lesnar or CM Punk again. But I think they did that more than a year. CM Punk is there. So we'll see what happens next. I'm not totally sure.
What do you think, Tim?
Cena needs to just be heel, man. They need to just put him as a heel. Bring Brock back. Let's get a taste of the Attitude Era, because that's what just needs to happen. Until then, I'm only watching TNA.
Apparently, that's the consensus here. I actually had a buddy that was actually there live, and he was tweeting me that he wasn't really impressed by this WrestleMania. I'm not going to drop names, but unfortunately for us, wasn't really one of the best WrestleManias. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to know what your opinion is here at OneWrestling.com. Again, you can follow me at Big Ray Show. On Twitter, you can follow John at
Sergio Noah.
Follow Tim at
Dat_dude_Tim.
Follow us at OneWrestling.com. YouTube /OneWrestling Video. Follow me again on Twitter at Big Ray Show. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Big Ray's Wrestling Show. This has been your WrestleMania recap, review, and results show. We want to hear from you guys. Again, not one of the best WrestleManias. I want to know what you guys think. Peace.